Pan American World Airways Clipper Flight 100 nears its destination.
The shift to greener skies.
1.5 is what we need to survive. 2 degrees is a death sentence.
The shift to greener skies.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Todd Smith speaking. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome on board this Humanity Airlines flight down to destination 1.5 this morning. We're currently cruising at an altitude of 38,000 feet. The weather is smooth, and I do hope you're enjoying the flight so far. You are now free to move around the cabin, but may I ask that you kindly have your seatbelts fastened whilst in your seats. And of course, if you are privileged enough to be sitting in our business class cabin this morning, then we'll be sending the bubbly down very shortly. So do sit back, relax, and we'll get back to you very soon. Thank you.
Who in business class would like some bubbly? Yes, please. There you are, madam. Oh. There you are, madam. I'll just come back and give you some more. Can't have your glass half empty. That's what I thought. In business class, just let the world burn while we just drink bubbles and enjoy ourselves.
Cheers. Guys, do you smell something burning? Yes?
Smell smoke.
Why is that?
Yes,
Look!
it's burning.
Oh my God!
We're on fire!
Fire!
The back of the plane is on fire! This is a climate emergency!
What are we going to do? This
Alert
is
the others, please! Tell everyone! Tell the people at the front! We're on fire back here!
Oh yes, in business class, madam. I hear that your flights are paying for everybody else to fly economic class. Cheers. Oh, really?
We shouldn't disturb those guys. They're busy. They're running the economy and doing important things like ensuring perpetual growth at all costs. Don't worry about it. They'll know about this. They'll have it all in hand. And don't be so doom-mongering. Nobody listens to scaremongers.
But what you don't seem to realize is that this aircraft here, this is a metaphor for the future of humanity. We are heading towards disaster. We are flying towards disaster. And the future of our children is at stake here. Alert the cabin crew! We are on fire! There's fire out of the window! No!
Oh my word, the plane's on fire!
Yes!
Oh, alert the pilot immediately!
Quickly.
Pilot! Pilot!
Yes.
The plane's on fire!
What?
Carry out the emergency procedures
Right.
immediately!
Right.
We need to dive our course to a safer future!
Yes.
Stop flying immediately!
Right, okay.
This is a passenger announcement. Are there any overpaid consultants on board that could explain to the other passengers why it's perfectly okay to carry on flying more, regardless of any warning signs?
There's no need to worry about anything. Didn't you know that this plane is filled with sustainable aviation fuel? We aren't contributing to the climate crisis at all. We could even double the number of flights by 2040 without increasing emissions.
Aren't you forgetting about that petition over 1,000 staff signed that said we didn't want to be a mouthpiece for fossil fuel greenwash?
Quiet. This one is paid for through the Energy Transition Commission. And nobody, not even our employees, realise that this is just fossil fuel companies.
Unfortunately, most jet fuel that's labelled sustainable aviation fuel isn't sustainable at all. It uses our scarce global resource for biomass and renewable energy, so scaling it up might actually exacerbate the climate crisis. We need to fly less, now.
Mayday, Mayday. Humanity Air 49 Alpha Alpha, air traffic control. Yes, we have some hysterical passengers on board who don't seem to buy the hype around sustainable aviation fuel. They believe we're in some sort of existential emergency. Any tips?
Well, you could tell them that we paid a few dollars for some carbon offset credits. They came real cheap. That should do it. If you want the certificates, you'll find them in the cockpit glove box.
This is your captain speaking. Everybody can relax, especially those of you enjoying a nice bit of bubbly. Yes, we've actually offset the emissions for this flight by buying up some carbon credits to protect the forest. I mean, we probably should have protected it anyway, but I've got the certificates here.
Look out of the window. The forests are burning. These forests have been bought by companies such as Microsoft and BP in order to offset carbon emissions. And they are burning because of wildfires that take place every time more and more often because of climate change. And I can see indigenous populations being forced violently out of their land. And this is because companies, they buy those lands, and what they do is plant monoculture trees, yes, and wreck biodiversity, when in truth what happens is that it is the indigenous populations, the ones that protect and look after 80% of the biodiversity left in the world.
This isn't a safe strategy. This is absolute insanity.
It is insanity. Time's up, humanity! No!
1% of people cause 50% of aviation emissions. Did you know that there is no tax on aviation fuel? So everyone driving around in their cars are paying tax, but the billionaires flying around in their private jets are paying no tax at all.